Now, I know we're coming off a Dana Day. A lot of us went crazy on that. So whenever we see these new banners, like the Summer banner, for an example, we can't really get too excited because a lot of us don't have any crystals, or if you do have crystals, you're probably still saving for other characters. Maybe the other crossover units that have yet to come out, or maybe you're saving for other GS original characters that haven't came out yet. Either way, I don't want you guys to turn a complete blind eye to Dark Celia or Summer Celia. I mean, let's be honest, it's kind of hard to turn a blind eye to her, but you know, I mean, even though this character is old, like by old, I mean a year old, this character not only gives you healing, she also is able to give you art gauge, not only on the art, but also the true art. She's a burst art shitter, by the way, not an overtime one, so she works with every single character in the game. And if you wanted to make her hit a bit harder, you technically can, because if the enemy is affected by any kind of status ailment, blind, burn, whatever it might be, right? You get 100% crit and you also get 30% super crit, so she can hit somewhat decently hard herself. In most cases, I don't think this passive is going to come up a lot, but when it does, you know, it'll be kind of cool. The reason why I say this character has so much value is because how perfectly she fits onto a lot of different teams, especially if you're new. Okaroon and let's say probably Momo, maybe, possibly Gigi is who you have right now. You may have noticed that you may be getting popped a bit. You're not able to survive a lot. Well, Summer Celia not only offers you a barrier, which is definitely going to be synergistic with Okaroon's 30% DR, she also gives you that extra healing, so just in case if Okaroon gets close to being near death, you can heal, and that allows him to stay above the HP threshold. The worst part about this unit for new players is just she doesn't have a 5-star support. If she had a 5-star support, it would have been absolutely incredible, but instead she has a 5-star heal, which is solid. It's just definitely would appreciate the 5-star support, specifically for my new peeps. And that would be like the main team that I would say you would use this character on, because she's not really a mono dark character. The only thing that mono dark aspect in her kit is just the additional healing you get from the super art, which is very impactful, but still 1000 HP is also very impactful. So if you are new and you're feeling that pressure that you need a healer, this might be the one that you're looking for. If you're more of a vet, this is where this character I think gets a bit interesting. If we think of the Sword God Luan team, especially once it all officially releases with like Natasha and everything, one thing this team lacks is a barrier, another thing is a bit of healing. They technically do have some healing because of Luan's 30% stats up, but for the most part, they are definitely not the most sustainable team if you do take a lot of damage. That's where you throw on Summer Celia. Summer Celia gives you that barrier, and she's also giving you that additional healing just in case if you need that. I think this could be really beneficial just to have. I know she probably won't come up in every single fight, just because if you have other characters that maybe are a bit more offensive, you're going to be focusing on them. As we both know, everybody loves doing damage in GS. If you can wind up throwing someone else on there that's just going to deal more deeps, you probably will in most cases, and throwing on a healer. But when you get to that fight where you need that healer from Mono Dark, instead of turning to Nier, you can actually turn to Summer Celia and cook up with her. Not to mention as well, if we're looking at Mono Dark, she is able to run Abyssal Sands, which is going to give her even more healing. Let's recap though. If you're brand new, I recommend you at least do a multi-summon. We haven't really had too many healers released recently, so if you're feeling like I need a healer of some kind, look no further than Summer Celia, or, you know, wind up using Awoken Aristilla, or maybe you have Heart, then go crazy with Heart. But if you don't have those units, throwing a multi at this probably wouldn't be too bad, and I know some of you probably already were for other reasons. If you're more of a vet, I would say she's only really interesting if you care about Mono Dark. If you don't care about Mono Dark, then I wouldn't really go for it for the most part. But if you do care even a little bit about Mono Dark, throw a multi at her, see if you get her, maybe do some alch on her and see what happens. I don't think that she is pity worthy, just because we have possibly a lot of things on the horizon, with Magical Index possibly coming soon. The next story character is Platina, so a lot of people are going to be really hyped for her. And then we are getting closer and closer to the end of the year, so that means that, you know, we're going to have the Thanksgiving campaign for whatever that may be. Plus we'll also be having the Christmas campaign. Tons of very broken units are going to be releasing here. So keep your crystals close, man. Keep your crystals close. Hopefully you can stockpile them. Either way, though, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Tell me down below if you're gonna be summoning for them or not. I will be doing a little bit of summoning, a tiny bit, not too much, just a tiny bit tomorrow, and you guys will be seeing that in the video. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please like it. I don't really ask for it a lot, and I should have asked for it probably in the beginning of the video, but hey, you know, if you made it this far, if you enjoyed it, please like it. Helps out the video, helps out the channel a lot. You already know the whole deal. And if you're interested in watching something else, click on this. It's my GS frustration video where I talk about all the different things that I think is wrong with GS at the current moment that I really hope they fix, because it's a little bit concerning at times. If that sounds interesting to you, click on that. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.